morning, YouTube! Joe Miner 3131 back again with the DFS Quarry channel here on YouTube. Going to be doing something a little different here on the Quarry channel. We are going to be giving you my plays for the MLB DFS main slate for May 17, 2015. Main slate's going to begin at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before I jump into it, let me just say, please like, subscribe, click on that bell icon so you get notifications when I post another video. For the MLB videos that we put up here on the DFS Quarry channel, I will be doing them solo, Joe Miner 3131, whereas JS Miner 87, he only grinds the NHL season. So, with that being said, I'll be using the screen share for the most part, and you guys will be happy about that because you won't have to look at my goddamn ugly mug now, will ya? Good for y'all. Anyway, let's jump into it here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 3 pitcher plays that I'm looking at here. 3 different tiers, top tier, mid tier, and a lower tier guy. And then I'm going to give you 3 hitters that I'm looking at for today as far as value goes. So let's jump into it. My first pitcher I'm going to talk about, top ranked pitcher on the slate, in my opinion, Jacob deGrom, heading into Miami to take on the Miami Marlins. Marlins are a really struggling offense. And you got deGrom here, last 5 games, he posted a 30.2, a 22.8, a 24.2, a 7, and a 17.9. He's my pick out of the top tier guys. With deGrom, Scherzer, and Garrett Cole, all 3 on the slate, I like the matchup best for deGrom, as will everybody else. I look for deGrom to be the chalk of the slate. That's where I'm going to start my cash game plays. He will be in my cash game lineup for certain. Probably, more likely than not, I'll be running him out in tournaments as well and just try to differentiate my lineup somewhere else. We got deGrom projected for 25.09 points today, and I do expect him to be highly owned. And oh, by the way, what you're looking at on your screen is draftdashboard.com. Forgot to mention that. What Draft Dashboard is a set of online tools. They are not lineups. It is a set of online tools for you to be able to streamline your research, maybe cut the time down a little bit on the time it takes you to do your research. It does have an optimizer. Draft Dashboard is equipped with also an MLB cheat sheet. There's all kinds of stuff here we get to look at with Draft Dashboard. I really think you guys should try it. Check it out, man. It's a buck for 30 days. So I'll put a link in the description below. Click on that link, head over, pay your $1, try it out for 30 days, see what you like. I think you'll stick around and use it from here on out. It really is a tool. Provides, research content tools for all 4 of the major sports: NHL, MLB, NBA, and NFL. And as we go through, I'll talk about some more stuff here. Chris over Draft Dashboard does a great job. And as well, if you do use the link I let in the description below, you'll be able to actually use my watch players and see who I'm watching out for every slate that I'm looking at. So that's a nice feature too. I'm not only going to talk about them on here, but you'll be able to go over to Draft Dashboard, click on my name, watch the players, and see who I'm playing. You'll really like it. Next guy I'm going to talk about as far as pitchers go is Joey Lucchesi. Lucchesi taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's at home in San Diego, big park. Pirates are struggling a lot against left-handed pitchers here, striking out at a high rate. So I do like Joey Lucchesi here as a mid-tier pitcher. He's a great option. If you look at his last 5 games, they don't look that well. So Lucchesi really, for me, is not necessarily a cash game play. He's more of a GPP play for me as an SP2 if I'm going to pay up, for my second pitcher. He's only had a 15.6, a 5.1, a 5.0, 8.4, and a negative 2.4. So as you see, we got him projected here at 18.47 points for today. If I get 10 out of him, I will be happy. So I am looking at Joey Lucchesi as well. Matchup-wise for Lucchesi here against the Pirates, as you see, they're going to be throwing out, a pretty right-handed heavy lineup, but it doesn't matter. These guys are striking out at a high rate against left-handed pitchers. Last but not least, as far as pitchers go, I'm going to check out Jeffrey Rodriguez from the Cleveland Indians, taking on the Baltimore Orioles. He, again, is pitching at home. The Orioles is a struggling team. We know this. Have been for the past few years. Do they have the opportunity and the chance to put up some big numbers? They do. However, I still like where Jeffrey Rodriguez is here price-wise, being under 7K. I will have a lot of Rodriguez, I think, in my lineups. You see his last 5 games, a 12.1, a 15.5, a 16.8, 11.8, and that 3.9 5 games ago. So I do like where Rodriguez is. We got him projected at 12.34 points, which is okay. I would take that. Looking for more around 15 points out of Jeffrey Rodriguez. I think he can get there with some relative ease. As far as Baltimore goes, carrying a weighted OPS of 725 today. I still think that Rodriguez, with his .601 OPS against righties, is going to, facing off against 5 righties here. He's in a good spot. And the left-handed bats in the lineup for Baltimore really don't scare me enough, so I will be rostering some Jeffrey Rodriguez. Moving on, I'll give you 3 bats here. These are all value bats, all under 4K. Looking at it, Leonis Martin from the Cleveland Indians, projected to bat 8th, which is pretty far down in the lineup. I get that. Probably will draw very, very little ownership, more in the single digits, I would assume. Past 5 games, he's a 14, a 9, a 10, a 19, and a 3. He's playing well. He does have some BVP against Bundy. He's faced him 3 times. He's 2 for 3, has a single and a home run against him. I don't put too much emphasis on BVP, but if you're the type of player that does like the BVP stats, he is 2 for 3, carrying a 2.334 OPS versus Bundy. We all know that is completely unsustainable. Next guy I want to talk about here, second baseman Nicky Lopez for the Kansas City Royals. He's going to be heading out to Los Angeles, take on the Los Angeles Angels and Matt Harvey. We all like to stack against Matt Harvey. Matt Harvey can be a gas can. Lopez, only been up for 3 games here. He's a rook, playing extremely well. He's got a 14, a 10, and a 9. I like what we see here with Nicky Lopez. As you see, he's got a 1.167 versus lefties, a 1.350 OPS versus righties. Again, not sustainable, but let's go ahead and jump on this hot train. Well under 4K. Let's ride this out. Last bat I'm going to talk about here, probably one that most people will not want to play or will not want to attack with, and that is Brandon Crawford at shortstop. Crawford's playing a little bit better. He had a really slow start to the season. He's still under 4K. That's why I like him here. Projected for 6.59 points. I would take that for his price tag. Past 5 games, 14, 0, 5, 2, and a 13. He's in an okay spot here against Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly is not good at all. So I like what I'm seeing here, price-wise, and that's all this is. I tend to pay down at second base and catcher, but Brandon Crawford with this price opportunity, being in Arizona with the roof open, sure would like to see Brandon Crawford knock one out of the park here. But that's the 6 people I'm going to talk about here. Let me jump over here, let you guys take a look at some of the features on Draft Dashboard here. What we'll look at next is actually the MLB cheat sheet. Cheat sheet's a quick, easy way to jump over here if you don't have a lot of time and build some quick lineups. As you see, top pitchers in good spots. Draft Dashboard recommending today DeGrom, Jordan Lyles, Ulysses Chassin. Bunch of bats here, stud bats over 4K. Mid-range bats. Some value bats that we're looking at here on the cheat sheet as well. Ryan O'Hearn, Yonder Alonso, Jackie Bradley Jr. Wouldn't be bad plays. And then, they throw out some home run hitters there, some home run calls with Eugenio Suarez, Alex Gordon, Jock Peterson, Tim Anderson, and Cody Bellinger. So the cheat sheet is a nice way to come in. Just jump in, take a look at these guys, an idea. Maybe where to start your research. Now the blue dots beside everybody's name you see there, those are target target dots. What those are is for your watch players. You click on them, make them turn red. They'll force them into your lineups when you head over to the lineup optimizer. Now, like I said, I got 5 or 6 players in my watch player pool right now. Obviously, that will increase as we keep going here. But we'll run this lineup here, the optimizer, see what it kicks out for us here. Used all the salary as we see here. What I like about the optimizer is everything's right out. Got both of my pitchers in. And if you see, got all your prices down the side here, your dash rank. You can lock and unlock players. You can exclude players from this. You can save the lineup. If you don't like it, just click on the randomize button and randomize yourself a new lineup here. But I do like what I'm seeing here. With the value bats that we got, as you see, we were able to pay up, get Paul Goldschmidt. He's in a good spot. Pretty much a relatively extreme bullpen game that Texas is going to be throwing at Paul Goldschmidt in Texas. Adrian Sampson, I believe, is projected to be the long reliever in that game. If that's the case, man, the St. Louis Cardinals are in a superb spot today. Paid up, we got Michael Chavez at third base as well. You see Nick Markakis, Ronald Acuna, both in good spots as well, going up against Chacin. What I also like about this here optimizer is if you click on upgrades available, it'll give you a list of players for that position right below him or above him. Red price tag obviously means he's not going to be able to fit in that spot. But if you scroll down through, you'll see there's some plays here. Benintendi, Victor Robles, all in good spots. Dexter Fowler, if we wanted to run that St. Louis stack, we can go ahead and throw him in there. See if we can't save us some money. Only $200 cheaper. But as you see, you can do this right here from the right on the optimizer page when it builds your lineup. I would never ever recommend just playing the first lineup out. I would always want to, tweak it a little bit, just so it fits out, works well for yours. Now, with some of the plays I did give you, I started myself a little cash game core here that I'm looking at. So if you see here, I got Jake DeGrom in there, Nicky Lopez, Brandon Crawford, and Leonis Martin. All 3 bats I talked about with the one pitcher. Remaining salary of $4,700 left per player for the rest of your lineup. These guys I talked about here will give you the opportunity to go ahead and pay up for some of the good bats on the slate, like St. Louis in Texas, Texas in Texas, the LA Dodgers in the Great American Small Park in Cincinnati. Maybe even squeeze some of those big bats in from Cincinnati as well. Some of those home run one-offs, stuff like that. So, guys, that's it. That's what I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video here. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell icon for notifications whenever we put out new videos. And always remember, keep grinding. Have a good day, guys, and good luck to everyone up there.